Are you ready? 100 shots. 100 minutes. 10 topics. 10 podcast episodes. The ultimate test. One alpha male. He's a bitch. Tries to do the impossible challenge. Fuck Hercules. Fuck Eddie Hall. Fuck Marcus Shaw. Today on the KBeatBot podcast, we do the Centurion. Thank you, Mr. Narrator, for that epic introduction to what is the 10th episode of the KBeatBot podcast. Yes. Well done, everyone, for getting this far in our lives. How sad they must be. Well, welcome. Thank you for listening so far. It is a minute and a half in. I'm sure you're tearing your hair out. So this is the 10th episode of the KBeatBot podcast. And how are you doing? How's it going? How's lockdown treating you today? It's been great, isn't it? A lot of things getting tighter. Mostly our arseholes, but mostly the restrictions as well. Nicola Sturgeon saying that we can barely go outside anymore, takeaways, you can only go to the door, you can't go inside. So that's really great, isn't it? So things are looking up. So today is the 10th episode, as has been mentioned. And for it, yes, as you heard, we are going to be doing a Centurion, which will be 100 shots of mostly beer within 100 minutes. And whilst we're doing that, we'll be talking about 10 different subjects. Ooh. Which were also picked by you, the one listener, or my friends. So we have 10 subjects which you guys picked, and I'm going to try and discuss them. Now, I'm not going to filter through some of the subjects I got, but some things I got were pretty dodgy, and I tried to include them. Some things I couldn't include because this is a family show, but I've got a few things here. Most of these things I have no idea what I'm going to say on them. I've tried to do a little bit of research, but I don't have much on them. So we're going to just kind of wing it, as is everything in my life, is just try and wing it. Just a little recap. It's been a couple of weeks now since my last podcast. I think the last one was last 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2021 review. And a few things have happened since then. So I have moved to Glasgow temporarily. So I am in the biggest city in Scotland. So we are right in the middle of the city, actually, right in the middle of it. And hopefully I will reflect on some stories I've got on that. Hopefully I can link them in to some of the subjects. Again, you haven't given me a lot to play with here, guys. Now, there's no live feeds on the actual Centurion itself, but I am doing it. And I will do a live camera setting just for now. I can't do the whole thing due to I can't be arsed, but also I don't have the capacity. But so this is what we're playing with. We have 8 cans of Brewdog Punk IPA. There we go, postmodern classic. And we've also got some gin as well. So there will be some random shots of gin, and which again you've picked yourselves for me to do the numbers in which we do them. So let's just get through the rules quickly, and then we can get this whole shebang started. So The Centurion, if you don't understand, is where you do a shot 1 minute for every minute for 100 minutes. So it's 100 shots in 100 minutes. I've adapted the game in which I will do 100 shots, do 10 subjects, and I've also asked some of you, my friends, some listeners, to give me some random numbers where I'll also do a shot of gin. So in the actual numbers of the whole scale of the thing is that this will be 2,500 milliliters of beer, well, minus the 5 shots of gin, so around about 2,375 milliliters of beer, which equates to almost 5 pints, 4.5, 5 pints, and then 5 shots of gin, and that'll be within almost an hour and a half, just over an hour and a half, which doesn't sound too bad, but you've got to remember that this is almost like a peloton, and that you have to do a shot every minute. There was bets. I actually asked some of you for numbers for the random shots of gin, and the 5 of you who gave me numbers, random numbers, all of you didn't know each other. You gave me random numbers. You've all picked numbers which are quite close to each other. Some of them are very, very close to each other. So that might get me a little bit fucked up at that point of the of the podcast. So I must apologise when this dip of quality, because this is high quality content, goes down. So as I said, the subjects were picked by yourselves. Just a reminder as well, the timestamps of this podcast will be in the description. So it will be on YouTube, it will be on Soundcloud. So check me out on Soundcloud, KBeatBot, and on YouTube, KBeatBot as well. And also say hello to me on Instagram, the KBeatBot podcast. I think that's all the rules set, so I think we should just jump into it, because it's going to be a long one again, isn't it? That's what she said. So I'm going to open up the beer. This is Brewdog's finest beer, which is actually quite heavy, so for Centurion, again, it's probably not the perfect beer to drink. I don't have a shot here. I am living in my friend's flat, which has got the basic amenities, and I'm very grateful, but I don't have any shot glasses, so I'm using a shot measure, which might be better actually, because it'll give me the 25 mils, and I'll probably spill over that. So okay. So just against the logistics of this, I will start a YouTube video which will play a bell every time the shot counter needs to be done, and that means I need to take a shot. I need to pour the shot once I've finished the last shot, so it's ready to go, boom, done, and then the next minute. I think this will be kind of like these challenges where a minute becomes longer and longer and longer, and the need to piss will be on my mind the whole time. Okay, so I'm just going to pour the beer in there. That's so shit, so that's the beer going in. I'm just playing the video of me putting the beer in there. So that's about a beer shot. That's about a beer shot. Okay, there. The subjects as well, I'm going to mix up. So I'm going to use a random number generator to mix up the subjects, so I'm not going through a set piece. So the subjects will be random, so I could get the first subject, can be anything, but whilst I'm quite sober, but at the end I could get something completely different whilst I'm really drunk, so I could get quite a serious subject later on, although I don't think there's really anything serious. Nah, most of them are completely terrible subjects. I can't believe that. So maybe one. Yeah, well, it'll be funny anyway. One of these subjects I put in is actually one for myself, because I thought, fuck it. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Everything there. So play along at home. Get yourself a beer, get yourself a shot glass. I will ask you questions. I want to talk to you. Please talk to me, even though I won't respond directly because it's a video or a podcast. and I should be showing you a video right now of me, hopefully. No, not yet. No, microphones. This is going very well. Okay, so you should be able to see me right now. Nice little spotlight here. And I'm going to start off the Centurion in epic style. So let's get the random number generator first. So it's in between 1 and 10, and we're going to change it from 1 to 10. And I need a timer as well. I didn't think about that. I need a timer. I'll put that in Google stopwatch. This is very professional. Very professional. Timer. Okay, good. We've got a timer. So, random number generator. We'll do. I'm not drunk already. I'm not even started drinking. Okay, so we'll do the countdown, and here we go. This is exciting, isn't it? It's really exciting. It's really not. I thought I'll move to Glasgow, so for 2 months, so I may as well start by trying to get alcohol poisoning. Okay. Once the bell goes, why have I got a timer? I don't need a timer. I'm so stupid. Ah. We've already, sorry, entertain yourselves here. I've looked you fucked up already. So each time the bell goes, have a shot, then refill for next. No toilet break. Have 100 shots in 100 minutes. Each subject has a number, 1 to 10. And here we go. Shot number 1. Oh, fill it up. And then we need to, oh shit, I've spilled it everywhere. Well, okay, shot number 2 ready. Let's get the first subject up. So random generator. Oh, I've spilled it all over my laptop. And that's fucked up as well. What the? This is really fucked. I've fucked this already. Hold on. Beer has gone all over. This is really bad. Okay. We'll just play it from there. Play it from here. Go. Right, okay. That is not where I was at before. I'm not cheating. No, that's not the bell. That's not the bell. Right. This is such a disaster. Oh, you know what? I might have to do it again. Right, get go. That's fine. Right, random number generator. So the subjects are generated in 1 to 10. And the first one is we're doing number 2. Okay. Number 2 is Chernobyl. This was chosen by my friend Kelsey. Thank you so much for choosing Chernobyl. I have no fucking idea what Chernobyl is. I'm joking, I do. My first real kind of understanding of Chernobyl was when I first watched Dark Tourist on Netflix. If any of you have seen it, it's about this New Zealand guy. And he goes around different places around oh, this is intense. So he goes around different places around the world to basically go to things which are like fucked up, which you wouldn't go to. So like most classically, it'd be places when people go on holiday to Spain, to Miami or wherever, somewhere nice where you can see nice things. But he goes to these fucked up places, like he went to Chernobyl. And that's my first experience there, because Chernobyl is in the middle of Ukraine, okay, which is, people don't understand. Yeah, Ukraine is in Europe, but it isn't as advanced as a culture as you would think a European nation would be. I'm sounding like the typical white guy here, but it really isn't. Okay, so they go there and they're taking on this like guided tour where. Fuck off, what the hell? Oh, fuck. By the way, the first gin shot is at number 6. Thank you, Kelsey, she picked that number as well. Cow. I'm joking, I love you. Right, so they take on this tour around Chernobyl, and I'm never going to get through this. And they they're basically carted in this. It's a bus, but it's a bus made out of wood. I think the hamster is the engine, and they take these little monitors with them, which show you how much radiation is when they start approaching Chernobyl perimeter, which is pretty far away when it starts to go up by 3 times the healthy limit. And that was my first real kind of understanding of Chernobyl. I do know there is another is it Netflix or some other series that looks into it in more depth. Oh, God, this does not feel like minutes. Right. There is another Netflix series, I think, or an HBO about Chernobyl. Oh, it's really hard to measure beer. I'll need to get another can out. I'm not drunk already. But, yeah, so that was my first experience with Chernobyl. I'm going to read you some Chernobyl facts. Let's just get into that, please. Okay. So the perimeter site of Chernobyl is 1,000 square miles. It is located in Ukraine. A lot of people think it's located in Russia. Now that's a controversial subject, in that Russia trying to own Ukraine. Let's not go back to 2017 or wherever they did invade. But it's not. It's part of the Ukraine. And what? That is not a minute. That's right. I'm struggling anyway. What number is that? 4 or 5? I don't know. 5. Right. So this one's a beer, and then the next one is no. Well, this one's not. Oh crap! I fucked. Right. This one's a gin. Next one. The mix with the beer. I should be talking, but getting fucked up. Right. So Chernobyl has many facts. Keep up, right? I am doing this for you. So directly 28 people died from the actual explosion. Not the actual explosion itself, but from radiation poisoning. Like 4 months later, they died. And now Chernobyl has become this obviously deserted. This one's a gin, by the way. I'm doing a gin. This is number 6. Thank you, Kelsey. What am I doing with my life? So that's fine. Keep up. Come on. Yeah. So there's 28 people died in Chernobyl. Loads of people died in Chernobyl. Chernobyl is near Belarus. Have you ever heard of Belarus? Only time I've ever heard of Belarus was a tennis player called Victoria Azarenka. She used to date the guy from LMFAO, Red Foo. Funny story, this has got nothing to do with Chernobyl, shut up, but Red Foo tried to be, because he was like 37 and she was like 22 or something when they were dating, but he, obviously being the narcissist he was, thought, well, she can play tennis, go away, right? So he was like, oh, she can play tennis, but I can play tennis better than her. So whilst they were together, he decided, well, I'm just going to start playing tennis professionally as well, even though he's never really picked up a racket. And he tried qualifying for the US Open, which is like the biggest tournament one of the biggest tournaments in the world. And he couldn't even get through. I'm not talking about qualifying. If you get into qualifying the US Open, you're very good at tennis. Not pre-qualifying, again, you'd be very, very good at tennis against that. But I'm talking about local league, like down the park, where you have like 20 different tournaments to even have a sniff at pre-qualifying. He couldn't even win a match there, and he was like to his girlfriend at the time, Victoria, who was a world number 1, and she's won Grand Slams. He was like, oh, I can still beat you. So he's a bit of a cock. Anyway, Chernobyl. Chernobyl's great, isn't it? What the that's not a minute. That is not a minute. You know, I did this challenge when I was 18 or 19, and we did it with cider, but it was quite sweet. This is like quite heavy beer, and it's like, I remember the bubbles. It's not the alcohol itself; it's the bubbles that fuck you up, man. Okay, but I'm not going to sit here and complain. How's it only on number 8? So, anyway, I do want to go to Chernobyl. I think it'd be pretty cool. I like those kind, and also if you've seen that David Attenborough documentary, he kind of looks at Chernobyl and sees that it was this nuclear power plant of human interaction, about how this basically disgusting man-made structure was made. But they look at it now, and it's got all this wildlife there. So you've got like wild deer going through the schools, where like these empty schools. Oh, okay, cool. This is the final minute of this subject. Fantastico. Yeah, so you see all this wildlife going through the schools of Chernobyl, and he kind of says, well, because of mankind, obviously the wildlife has been cut away. However, with I'm not pouring another shot. However, with a disaster, you can see life comes back with all this kind of wildlife and birds and deer. I mean, there's actual deer just running around Chernobyl. Yeah, they're probably going to die after 3 months because of poisoning, but life comes back. Okay, so if anyone wants to come with me to Chernobyl, let's go ahead. I'm already burping. Jesus, I'm 32. What am I doing with my life? Thank God that's over. Right, Chernobyl's done. Right, we need to do the shot. Random number generator. Let's put it down to 9. Right, generate. Number 9, that's the last one. Okay. Right, the next topic. Oh, I know what this is. Oh no. So the next topic is selected by my friend, good friend of the podcast and good friend in life, Stephen. He gave me a message. He says, I want you to speak about these subjects. So I picked one, and this is the best one out of all of them. It was necrophilia. Yeah, we're going that fucking low. Necrophilia. I had to research some of this again. I've not done much of it myself. I am tempted. Joking. And this is actually not even the first subject about death on this list, so calm down. Oh, Jesus, I'm not even starting to think. Okay. So necrophilia, apparently, when I was researching this last night, was a question to be started around about in ancient Egypt. Okay? So in ancient Egypt, a lot of pharaohs and a lot of very rich people who could embalm themselves and be put in a, what are they called? A cave, whatever the fuck they're called, pyramids or whatever. They had beautiful women, so think of Cleopatra and all those deities. So when they died, they would still fuck them because it take about 3 or 4 days for mortisis, or whatever that word is, for them to be embalmed. So they would still fuck them whilst they were waiting for them. So they'd be in the bed just banging their wife anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, they have access to many other beautiful women, but they still fuck Cleopatra, which it brings me to a question I had. That's my first can done. I think that's not 10 minutes, was it? It's not 10 minutes, but it's 12. Okay, we've got so it brings me to a question here is, what do you think? Okay, if you are in a relationship right now, or if you ever were in a relationship where you loved someone, see if your partner or loved one died, okay, just unexpectedly. Let's just say you're both young, you're both beautiful. You're probably not, you're listening to this, you're the ugliest person in the world. It's fine. But just say you and your partner are in bed. You wake up in the morning, you shake over and you feel your partner, and they're a little bit cold, they're a little bit icy. And you say, babe, you don't go Belle, but so you touch your partner and you say, babe, what's going on, babe? And they don't respond, and then you notice that they're just out cold, literally, and they're dead. So what do you do? Well, you still fucking fancy them. They're the love of your life, and they're dead in your bed. So no one's going to know really. If you do anything. Now, I'm not saying I would do that. Okay, I'm not saying I would do that. I mean, I've already done it, but I'm not saying I would do that. But I'm just thinking, if you would ever consider it. Okay, it's disgusting. Honestly, it's disgusting. I'm joking, honestly. But this leads me on to further, that we've gone to the edge. We've gone to the edge now, but it leads me on to further questions of necrophilia, as because it is the sexual act itself. Fuck off. It is the sexual act itself. I'm fine. Fuck me. It is the sexual act itself. However, when you have like a relative or someone you love again that dies, and people have like the open casket at a funeral, and like you see people actually going up to the body and hugging them and kissing them, and I'm looking at that, I'm going, that's a bit disgusting. Like I wouldn't do that. Like how far do people go? Like you wouldn't do that to a dead bird, would you? And I understand like birds are like vermin or whatever. Like, well, they're not vermin, but let's say a mouse. You see a dead mouse in the street, you wouldn't go up to it and start giving it kisses and hugs. No, you leave it alone. Maybe take it home for dinner. That's about it. You don't go away. Yeah. So I mean, that's a question to take away from this, I think. Staying on necrophilia, I did do some research a little bit. More recently now, because we're talking about ancient Egypt, they are associated with serial killers. So there is some I'm breathing heavy, it's only number 15. So there is some prolific serial killers, again, mostly in America, and mostly white guys, of course, because you're a serial killer and you're fucking dead bodies. It's got to be in it. But there is some serial killers out there who've done it. So there's a guy called Jeffrey Dahmer. So if you check him out, he's killed about 15 or 16 people, mostly men and boys. And he would fuck them, used to eat their bodies. Used to fuck them, eat their body. I'm not suffering, I'm fine. I'm not even... and he would take their body parts to make a skeleton. So he'd make his own man, essentially, and fuck him. So he was kind of like Dr. Frankenstein. He's trying to make his own monster and fuck him whilst they're dead, which we've all done. And so that's an example of mostly who you would encounter in regards to necrophilia is serial killers. We've really not taught anyone anything. I'm not trying to teach you anything, sorry. Something related to sex and dead people's sex, okay? Now, don't ask me how I know this, okay? Don't ask me how I know this, right? Sorry, this is going to be bad, sorry. Here's the bubbles. Oh, go away. So, if you go to this website, don't actually go to this website unless you're curious. But there's a website called gloryholes.com. Essentially, it shows you this map anywhere in the world, including the UK. Like I searched this for Edinburgh. Don't ask why. Okay, don't ask why. I was just looking for a good time, but don't ask why. But if you go on there, it gives you like this map of glory holes around the UK. So literally, like I searched it for Edinburgh because it was the closest city. Well, I'm not going to do it for Glasgow yet. I want the surprise. But you can search just glory holes, like actual glory holes. There's one in the West End in Edinburgh near the Cowgate, and then there's another one down. Oh, I do know actually. There's another one in I think it's a gay bar. It's not a bar. I think it's like it's called the. I think it's called the Works or something. So it's a gay massage parlor, but they have like glory holes just on a map, so you can go there, get your cock out, and slip in a hole. Glory hole is actually something I've wanted to talk to you about. Many of my employers about installing in a bar. I think that would be hilarious. What number are we on, by the way? I have no idea. 18. Okay, so we've got 2 minutes. Okay. Anyway, we're on glory holes, right? Okay, so let's go necrophilia. Sorry, Stephen. I know you want to talk about this. Stephen, what do you think about necrophilia? Like, is it fucked up? I mean, I guess it's fucked up if. And again, don't question me on moralities here, because I'm not saying you should fuck dead bodies. Oh, you can't. But I think it can be understandable in a mental capacity in that a loved one who's basically, say you're a couple who've been together for 60 years, you miss the companionship, you miss the cuddling. I'm not saying put a finger in, but I'm saying, you know, I do understand if like an old couple, your partner dies and you keep them in the bed for a couple of days because this is a traumatic event. Fucking them, that's a no from me. That's a no from me. I wouldn't do that. But again, as I said, the most necrophiliac, persistent people are the white American men, serial killers who are doing it. And that is fucked up. But that is a question, you know, how far should you go with a dead body? Is what I'm going to leave that with, okay? Is literally what I'm going to leave with. How far is too far with a dead body? Fuck, right, okay, good. That's the end of that one. Fucking great. Thank you, Stephen, for that one. I did like that, and thank you, Kelsey, for the Chernobyl one. Right, random number. I need to do this. Right, sorry. There's so many things you need to do. You need to multitask. I'm actually starting to feel it. It's not even the alcohol, it's the bubbles again. Right, here we go. Generate number 7. Okay, what's that? So this one is, we're talking about perfect. This is going to be my favorite one. Right. So this one is alcohol awareness, and this was sent in by Kieron. Thank you, Kieron. He was the podcast last week. So whilst we're doing a Centurion, drinking 5 pints, 5 shots in just over an hour and a half, we need to talk about alcohol awareness, kids. Okay, please drink responsibly. Oh, Jesus Christ. I swear this is not minutes. Okay. I'll tell you a funny story about alcohol awareness, which actually involves Kieron as well, actually. Okay. I don't know if any of you have been to this bar. It's a tiny little bar in Edinburgh. It's called Garibaldi's, but it's the most fun bar because it's fucking disgusting, but it's hilarious anyway. Ron and I and a couple of guys, so I think it was Ron, I, Callum Kerr, who's now on Hollyoaks, by the way, fucking PC kiss, well done Callum, and our GM at the time, Gemma. We're sitting at a table in Gary's having a beer after work, okay, and this is going to be related to alcohol awareness, calm down. And in walks these guys. It was a dead night, it was like a Tuesday night or something. And in walks these guys. And I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at the guys, because there's not a lot of other people to see. There's just, it's quiet night anyway. And one of them, I look at him, and he looks exactly like a famous racing car driver. And I was like, oh, it can't be him. Why the fuck is he in Garibaldi's in Edinburgh? Like, what the fuck? And I was looking at him, and I've seen an interview with him on Top Gear, and it looked exactly like him. I was like, right, that can't be him. I just need to see one thing, because on Top Gear interview, he was talking to Jeremy Clarkson, and he was saying, look, at the end of the day, like, my beard is pretty shit. It does grow quite well, because he's famous for his beard. But there's a patch on his left side which doesn't grow. And I was like, right, okay, I just need him to turn around. And if I see that patch, I know it's him. Anyway, everyone else in front of me is having a conversation for 3 minutes because the guy wouldn't turn around. I was literally going, come on, turn the fuck around. He had 3 people around him as well. And then finally, thank you. Finally he turned around and I looked. And he had the fucking patch of skin which had no hair. I thought, fuck, it's him. So I was like, look guys, that's Jenson fucking Button. It was Jenson Button and Gary fucking Baldies. And we all went wild. They were like, who the fuck? A couple of people were like, who the fuck is that? I was like, that's Jenson Button, Mr. Jenson. And he's a world. He won the world championship in the F1. Like, he's a world champion. I was like, what the fuck's he doing? So anyway, I went up to him. I said, mate, are you Jenson Button? He went, yeah. I was like, holy fucking shit. I was like, yeah. He had all these entourage people with him. I was like, oh, fantastic. I was like, do you want a beer? Do you want a drink? Like, I need to speak to you. I need to talk to you about everything. He went, nah, mate, I'm completely twatted, he said. Completely twatted. Anyway, he's at the bar. He gets himself, like, some Jaeger bombs and some other... I've gone through 2 cans. Bear with me. This is not going to work. How can I run out of beer so quickly? Oh, no, it's fine. Okay, I think. Yeah, so he's getting himself Jaeger bombs, all these shots and everything. He's like, I'm absolutely twatted, mate. He's doing all these shots, and we get some pictures, and there's a picture of Ron and I. I'll put it up right now, of Ron and I with him. Sorry, Ron, I know you look a bit chubby there. And we hang out with him for a bit, and then he goes away. We get pictures of all his entourage as well, because fuck him. Oh, pardon me. And then the bar starts to fill up because obviously Jenson Button's there. Anyway, we tell everyone in the group chat afterwards in the mornings, going, "Oh, we just met Jenson Button and Gary fucking Baldies." And he was absolutely go away. And he was fucked. He was getting drunk and everything. And the guys were like, one of the guys, Stephen Nicholson, great guy, love him. He's got his own podcast. Check him out on Spotify. I can't remember the name. Sorry. I will tell you. I'll link him. He was like, oh yeah, I just saw him down the Princess Street Gardens and he was doing a drink driving awareness course this morning. So Jenson fucking Button was drinking all night in Garibaldi's till 3 a.m. He was absolutely twatted, as he said. And then he was driving a fucking F1 car around the Princess Street Gardens saying, hey kids, don't drink and drive. Whilst he's fucking hungover, probably high on fucking everything else as well. So... That's a story for you. Don't believe everything Jenson Button says, even though I love the guy. Anyway, that's alcohol awareness. Okay, that was a long story for alcoholic awareness. Right. Anyway, on about the alcohol. Are you joking? Oh, I've not imported it. Shit. Sorry. I'm doing it. This is what happens: is incompetence, slurred speech. What number are you on? 26? 26, man. Right, okay. Come on. I need to get the alcoholic statistics up here. Sorry. Here we go. Sorry, I've got it. So apparently Scotland has the worst alcoholic rates of consumption in the UK. When they say the worst alcoholic consumption in the UK, I mean they drink the fucking most. So apparently alcohol causes 22 deaths per week in Scotland. That's the first news article that comes up when you Google it, which doesn't sound great seeing what I'm doing right now. That's from holyrood.com. I need to pour the beer. So 22 people die a week, and I'm pouring myself a beer. Something. Go away. Oh, that was definitely bigger than the... Oh, fuck me. I don't know if I've got enough beers. Like, I think I do. Does Scotland have a drinking problem? Let's have a look. 1 million Scots are regular drinking too much. 1 million Scots. That's what Scotland has, like 5.5 million people here. That's about 20%. So with alcohol, risk of liver disease, cancer, stroke, and mental health problems. Alcohol does depress you. I will definitely adhere to that. It does depress the shit of everyone. But it makes things so good. So yeah, just look after yourselves. It is lockdown, so I think we can be forgiven to have a couple more drinks or do a Centurion by yourself, no one to compete with. Alcoholic Awareness Week is during the 16th to the 22nd. Of November. So. I mean, they should really do that in Sober October, shouldn't they, really? Or, well, should they? I mean, They're just trying to change him. I had a story to tell about alcohol awareness. I've lost it. Oh yeah, I do actually. Okay, here's a comparison of alcohol awareness. Okay, so I just recently moved to Glasgow, as I said. I moved last weekend. First of all, the shops here are shit. There's literally Tesco everywhere. I'm not complaining about that. But there's a Tesco on Sauchy Hall Street, which I'm living next to Sauchy Hall Street. And they have their priorities right because it's Glasgow, okay? Welcome to Glasgow. In Edinburgh, you get a Tesco or Sainsbury's or whatever, okay? Now, every shop has their alcohol section, of course, okay? But it's balanced out because you have your vegetable section, your fruit section, your... Oh. I didn't finish that one. Okay, right, I did. I just had to do 2 gulps. Okay, so there's the last one, so we have to do it quick. Okay, so basically, Glasgow's Sauchy Hall Street has their priorities right in that they have a fruit section which is about 2 IKEA shelves of some tomatoes, like 1 potato and a grape, whilst in other places you'd have a whole shelf, and then their alcohol section literally takes up half the fucking shop. That is literally it. There's all alcohol, 1 potato, a grape, and there is some sausages, like some Richmond sausages. That's. Oh, sorry, it's the bar piece. The bar piece. Apologies. So that is how Glasgow works. Apparently, I've checked it in every single Tesco. That is 30, okay, we're on 30. Thank you, Ron, for that subject. I'm going to pour myself a shot. And then it's the next subject. How are you getting on? Is anyone playing at home? Are you dying as well? It's the bubbles. It's the fucking bubbles that change everything. Okay. Change this to 7. Okay, right, generate the number. Number 1. Subject number 1. Who was this pet? I can't remember who it was. This is picked by Andy. Thank you so much, Andy. I literally have no idea about the subject. I'm going to speak about it anyway. So he wants to speak about the Keto Diet. Thank you. See, this is what I'm working with. Okay, people, I'm sorry. So if any of you don't know what the ketogenic diet is, essentially it is where you replace high-acting carbs to replace it with proteins. Okay, yes. Fuck. So basically, it means that you're going to get the shits, okay? You're going to get the shits, is this diet. It's a lot more popular now. It was definitely not very popular back in the 90s, early 2000s, and because essentially proteins were not seen as a positive enzyme, they were seen as like a fattening enzyme, because protein, as a lot of people would know, enhance muscle mass, enhance growth in that situation. But then some models came out. I don't know too much about this. I Google a lot of this. I don't know anything on this. I'm going to sound like a fucking gimp right now. So, and then a model came out of the carbohydrate insulin model, okay? And what this basically shows is that you need to balance your carbohydrates and your insulin. Now, me being a type 1 diabetic, I know everything about fucking insulin, okay? I inject it in my ass every day. What is that? Is not a minute. I am standing for this as well. I will sit down, I think, but... Alright, so... Carbohydrate, insulin. I'm fine, calm down. I'm on the 3rd can. That is not right. I'm feeling fucked already. Jesus. Okay. 2 secs. Just bear with me. You can't piss during this challenge, so... I might piss myself or shit myself, which will mean I'll be on a keto diet. Right. So there's a carbohydrate insulin model. I'm so sorry. How are you doing? If you're doing this at home, please just you go for a shit or a piss. So there's the carbohydrate insulin model. Basically, you need to base insulin, which is a protein which breaks down sugars, to counteract the bad carbohydrates, which are like the sugars you get from... Are you sure? That is not a minute. Okay, I've not even poured it. Fuck, sorry. I am doing it. Oh, fuck, that's all the beer. Sorry guys, okay. Right, okay, so all the carbohydrates, all the bad carbohydrates, are replaced with insulin, which is to break down the sugars. Am I making sense? Are you even still listening? Please don't be, okay? All I know mostly about the keto diet, okay, is about the burnout that you get after about 2 weeks, because this is quite a intense model, but it does work. It does fucking work. Like I think a lot of people might have heard of keto diets working, because after 2 weeks you basically replace all the bad sugars for you, which give you like energy. So it gives you like hyper energy, which I would know about because I'm diabetic, which I've not mentioned. But what that is not a minute. Right, and it replaces all of that with protein and like long-lasting fats, which that might sound bad, but long-lasting fat is good for you. So if you think about the natural fats that you get off like meat or like even some fruit have long-lasting fats. Oh, Kelvin, what, grapes? No, shut the fuck up about grapes, okay? So a lot of people see after about 2 weeks, because they've had like this. If you think about sugar as an addiction, is that after 2 weeks you become burnt out because you just don't have the energy anymore. Your body is collapsing because you need to rely on sugar sometimes to keep your body going, and you're changing your body to rely on different molecules and proteins to keep working. So then after 2 weeks you burn out and you get severe fatigue. That is not a minute. So you get severe fatigue, and I don't have enough beer for this. I just realised. Oh no, I do. I do have enough beer. No, I don't. Okay, shut up. 8 cans. Fucking hell. Have I poured that? Yeah, okay, right, sorry. I'm pretty fucked up already, sorry. We're good. I just realised how many cans I'm going to have to drink. I thought it was like 4, but okay, anyway. I used to do maths. Right, so the proteins in which... Sorry guys, keep up. It's not even, I'm like, fucking bullshit. Sorry, I am here, I am doing it, okay. Right, so you get addicted to sugar, which is, you get from like your soda cans like Coca-Cola, Iron Brew, your Lion bars, whatever. It gives you the short-term energy, but then after about an hour you burn out, because it's like, okay, well, this is just giving me this high, sugar high, and then I burn out. But long-term energy you're going to get from your like red meats, your apples, your underlying pastas, carbohydrates, which are good for you. And so that's why keto burns you out, because you're changing over from these highs to these basically consistent highs. They're not consistent highs, but they're like it's like running a marathon or doing a sprint. You go from doing the sprint to a marathon, you're going to be knackered after a mile. I'm sure Usain Bolt could do a marathon, but he's not going to do it in Polar Radcliffe time. And I think that's the message to take away from that there. I think, I fucking don't know. I have no idea. Sorry, Andy, I have no idea about keto diets. I don't really do keto diets myself. I try to like limit my carbohydrates, and like I'm fat, but I'm not like that fat. Check out Andy, by the way. He just got a new gaming channel up. It's called Davis, so DAV, then the number 1, then S. Check that fucker out, okay? He's playing COD. He's not bad at it. I think he's getting a few dubs. So I guess also relating to my move to Glasgow with the shop, okay, as I said before, you go in there, it's mostly alcohol, and fuck you. But as I said, like, I went to the Tesco, and I said to I went in there, and I'm quite used to Sainsbury's, like in Edinburgh. There's a huge shop in Edinburgh where I live in Gorgie, and I go in there and I can get everything I want. So I go in there, I can get my sugar-free ketchup, my salt and sugar-free gravy, like a lot of low-fat kind of items. But here it's a little bit different. The shops aren't as big on Main Street. Sorry, all the bubbles are going in. So when I go in there, everything is high in sugar, high in full fats and everything. I'm being such a white guy here, and such a privileged guy, but I went into the shop for the first time on Sunday. That must be 39. Okay, it's the last one. So I went on the shop on Sunday. As I said, it was full. The alcohol section that she takes up 75% of the shop, but the vegetables and fruit are a very limited section, which obviously shops must play to the consumer. But the consumer in myself was like, I'm gonna die here. I've got nothing to fucking play with. Like, this is a joke. So I had to go in the frozen section. Even the frozen section, like in Sainsbury's, you get like 5% mincemeat, 10% mincemeat, and it's fat. I sound drunk. I'm 39 in. I've got 61 to go. Better than 69. We should do 69 sometime. Write that down. 69. Shit, 40. Sorry, Andy. Sorry. Number 40. Thank you, Andy, for that subject. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Right. Let's next subject. Let's pour a shot. Number 4. Okay. I am doing this on a literally a random basis. So like when the number goes down, I subtract it off. So I've done that. So I've done that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Okay, so this is linked into Stephen's subject here. This is die or death. Someone sent to me die on Instagram. So I thought, fuck, I'll talk about it. So let's talk about death for a bit. Why not? It's a cheery subject, okay? I'm depressed about death. Like, I literally look at death and go, fuck, my life is so limited. Does everyone else think that? Do you think... What? I don't know what that means. 41. Okay, 41. That was the bells going. It was the 41 bell. So yeah, I am very worried about death. But something did like kind of help me recently was when I watched a Ricky Gervais video. He was being interviewed by I think these. I'm going to say Scandinavian, but I think they were Swedish. I can't tell you where they're from. People, and they were like, something about death. It was about afterlife, the series was in, and about death. And he put it in quite, the best words I've ever heard. Something about death is that if you die, you don't know it's happened, so you can't suffer from it. Now, I'm sitting there going, I'm going to suffer from death. I think some of the thoughts I have about fuck off. Some of the thoughts I have about death are that I'm going to get old, I'm going to get grey, I'm going to be unattractive, I'm going to be the old guy in the bar by myself, I'm going to be die alone, all these kind of these kind of horrible thoughts, which you never, I think they're sustained through a lot of different avenues, but he kind of put it in a way in which like you don't know you're dead, you don't know. I think some people might think that. For me, one of the scary things I thought, 47, okay, sorry. One of the scary things was that I thought if you die, your consciousness still is awake. So if you're sitting there, and it's like that movie Scrooged, and what was it called? What is it called? It's called Scrooged. So with Bill Murray, and he's in the coffin, and the flames are burning, but he's still alive. So if that is not a minute. And I can't imagine that. I think that's quite scary. Do you think that's quite profound in that? you're kind of sitting there waiting, and your body's lifeless, and you're kind of sitting there still consciously. Your brain is still working, and your body is just empty. You can't move, you can't blink, you can't do anything. You're cold, but your brain is still working. You're still conscious. That's still, we can do that now. We can sit there and be still, but still be conscious. Anyway, this is getting deep. This is the most serious subject, so I'm going to try and lighten it up a little bit. Okay, so die or death. I went for a walk today. I went up to Glasgow because I don't know Glasgow that well. So I went up to Glasgow Cathedral. Very beautiful part of Glasgow. It's the hospital is next door. It's very beautiful buildings up there in the high street. There's some great kind of paintings there. Shut up. Fuck me. Fuck, it is the bubbles. Ron put a bet on £10 I would die by 57. I think he might be on. Right. So it's a very beautiful part of Glasgow, and behind it is what's it called? A necropolis, which is very it's very stunning. The view is very good as well. You get to the top of it, you can see the whole of Glasgow city. Very, very good. Definitely visit it if you ever in Glasgow. But myself, I'm quite a guy. When I go to a new city or go somewhere, I like to explore. And some of the best places to explore are cathedrals or churches and graveyards, because it's where you get a sense of what that place is about. So I always try to go to churches, and I'm not religious. Fuck, that is not a minute. I always try to go to churches. I always try to see the culture of that city or that place. I'm going to run out of... I'm not, I've got the gin. There's going to be 8 cans. I thought it was going to be 6. Fuck me in the... Oh yeah, because I'm stupid. Okay, right, fine. I think we're going to make it. So I went up to the necropolis, and do you think, do you want to be buried? Do you want to be buried, or do you want to be burnt, or what do you want to do with your death? Okay, that sounds quite... It sounds quite morbid. But in regards to your death, what do you want to do? Because I was going on the necropolis, and I've seen a lot of graveyards. Okay, I've seen a lot of graveyards. I like to hang out with it, around them. Don't ask why. I'm at 4 cans. How long has it been? 40 something. Okay, fuck me. I've been around some graveyards, and the people in there are just not people you would hang out with. If you think about it, a graveyard is full of politicians, prominent religious figures, people who have invented shit. These are all cunts we hate in school, okay? And they're buried there with their wives, kids, parents, grandparents, their cousins, and there's these memorials of them with the headstones are just boring. They're just boring, and they're all buried since the 19th century, 18th century, and they're there forever. That is there. Thank you. That is there. Oh wait, I got 47. Oh shit, when is that one? Sorry. Oh, it's this one. Oh shit. Okay, I did the shot. Sorry. Caroline said 47. I'm gonna do the number 48 instead. Sorry, Caroline. Caroline said 47. I should do gin. Oh, fuck, I gotta do gin right now. This is when it starts. This is when I get absolutely tanked. Okay, so this is gonna go even more set. So I'm gonna do a gin shot. Fuck. Okay. So you go to a graveyard, and it's full of these, rich people who you all hate. And the gravestones are all the same. They're all these kind of very epic kind of, they have engravings on them about all their family lineage, and they have this wording on them there's one here. I'm not going to say the names of them, but let me read you a gravestone which I read today. Don't tell me why I'm taking... Right, I'm going to do the shot of gin. Thank you, Caroline, for this. Oh fuck. Sorry. Let me read you this gravestone. So it says the name. Wife. So it says their name. Let's just call them uh, Maggie. Maggie, wife of call him Bob. Of Bob, died 6th of August, aged 43. And then it gives another name. So they call her Janet. Her mother died. I mean, and then of 62 years. And then the next name is Tomato Ketchup, Dean of some other place, and Lord Provost of, Glasgow. It says that. And it gives like 25 names on this one stone. I don't want that. This challenge is going to fuck me up. I'm not going to be able to complete it. Fuck. No, I thought I could do this. I actually thought I could do this. I was sitting there going, this is going to do... Oh. Fuck you, Ron. I'm not going to die. It's 57. Oh, fuck. 52. Right. So anyway... Death is scary, okay? And if you're not scared of death, I commend you, because that's amazing. But some realization of what is about to occur is not good. So, just realize that there is many years ahead, and you've got a lot to achieve and accomplish, okay? That's what I tell myself. And that is why I'm sitting in a flat by myself, drinking alcohol. Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay, right. Literally, that's the 4th can. It's Philip's shot, and we're doing 8 cans and the gin. That's number 50. Oh fuck! Right, we'll open up the next pack. Sorry. I'm gonna. Right, what's the subject? Oh, my stomach is killing me. Sorry, I'm not. This is good. Number 2. Okay. Sorry, bear with me whilst I open this pack. Sorry, I thought I would literally. Okay, what is number 2? Subject number 2, which you've not done. Oh, I think I know what it is. Okay, this is one that I picked myself. So, this is probably where you'll turn off, all one of you. Grunting in tennis. I'm doing that. Okay, I've literally just poured it. So, do you ever watch a tennis match and you hear them? You hear the tennis players going, because if you hear them do that, then you're on the wrong channel, okay? You're probably on Babe Station. Does Babe Station still exist? Am I drunk? Probably. So for me, like, I am a huge tennis fan. I do follow tennis very religiously. I used to play a little bit when I was younger, but now I'm old, I can barely move. But basically, let's talk about grunting in tennis, because there's a lot of things you don't know about it. There's a lot of hidden secrets, as the whole tennis scene has so many secrets too that people just don't understand. People watch Wimbledon, people watch US Open, people watch all the big Grand Slams, and they don't understand all the fuck off the intricacies of grunting, and that is just one subject in a whole array of controversies. Tennis has a lot of controversies in the last few years, such as match fixing, betting fixing, pay, men v women. You might have seen the film with Steve Carell and what's her name, Emma Stone. There's so many controversies in tennis, it's hilarious, okay? However, grunting, this is going to be the one we're going to talk about today. So number 1, grunting is when a tennis player hits the ball and they make a noise, which is like them saying they're going to be doing more power into the shot. But why do they do that? That's essentially what we're going to talk about today, because it's very controversial. Some tennis players, you might have heard of Maria Sharapova. She used to have a very elongated, she is retired now, by the way. She did drugs, but anyway, just leave her. That's my bird. However, they elongate the their grunting has become more elongated. This was first started by, I could read, I'm not even reading anything, by the way, I'm literally just talking out of my fucking mouth. So this was first started by, in the men's, Jimmy Connors, who is one of the most famous tennis players in the world. He's an American tennis player. He's won, like, I think 8 Grand Slams. He's been notorious. He's won Wimbledon. He's won the US Open. He got to the semi-finals of the US Open. He was age 39, which is a huge result. I mean, you're 39. You should be in your wheelchair. So he's achieved a lot. And Monica Seles, who is probably considered one of the greatest female players ever until she got stabbed in the French Open. These guys used to grunt. And for them, when they... This is not a minute. For them, when they first started grunting, it was because the pace of the game was getting faster. The pace of the game was increasing in speed, and they were using it for force, and that's what they did. They exhaled when they hit the ball. However, as time progresses, the game has become faster. It has now become a weapon in the game, in that if you grunt, you can disguise your shot, or you can disguise what you're doing, or you can put your opponent off. Now, this is seen a lot in the lower levels of tennis tournaments. I've seen it myself. I've seen it in other aspects, such as like future events, which is like where people are making 500 quid for winning a tournament, or £20 for losing the first round. This is literally like the bottom edge, but people are trying to make it to the top. Fuck off. Okay, so grunting in itself is it's very controversial, because people try and grunt very loudly as much as possible because of 2 reasons. Number one, it disguises the shot they're making. So if you grunt very loudly, it overcomes the noise the ball makes on the racket, which is very important. So if you think about the racket, when it hits the ball, you know the spin or the pace in which that ball is coming. I know it sounds very technical, but it is scientific proof that they've had where they did an experiment, and if you hit the ball back and forward, I can't remember the university that did it, it was in America somewhere, but if you grunt, it gives you a 0.2 seconds, go away, advantage over your opponent rather than not grunting. So your opponent has that less time, which doesn't sound that much, but is very important to have in tennis, because the ball is coming at you 100 and 150 miles an hour. It gives you that less time to react to your opponent's ball, so then your ball could be weaker when it comes back. And there's been very high-end conversations about this. So back in the Bollettieri Academy, Nick Bollettieri basically ran his own academy in Florida. He still does. Very famous tennis coach. He's coached some of the most famous players in the world. He would encourage his his young players, and you see kids who are like 5, 6 years old grunting on the tennis court, even though they're not doing anything. They're just standing there. They're not exerting any pressure, because they say it disguises the shots. And also, the counter argument, here we go. Oh, fucking hell. Is that it builds a rhythm. Because if you have a noise every time you hit a ball, so boom, boom, you're building a rhythm in yourself to play better. Because you need rhythm, you need consistency to win a tennis. Consistency is the main point to win. So Nick Bollettieri used to teach this in the academy, and one of the most prolific, that's a fish, isn't it? Prolific tennis players in the world, Martina Navratilova. She said it's cheating, because basically they're disguising everything they have. It's like putting a curtain over your tennis shot before your opponent has the opportunity to do so. And some people don't like to grunt. People like to just be silent, like Roger Federer. Roger Federer, you barely hear a grunt. Oh, this is so interesting, isn't it? So what you see is these Bolletary Academy children, such as Sharapova, Martina Del Brito, who won the Olympic gold. She got booed off court in Australia once because her grunting was over 130 decibels, which was over a lion roaring. Now, in my opinion, that is fucking ridiculous, and that should not happen. But the women's tour is worse in that aspect than the men's. Obviously, the men's, you have Nadal, Djokovic, even Murray grunts, and it's for... Yes, I'm not going to say it's not for advantageous purposes, but it does build a rhythm, and to be honest, for a watcher, it sounds good. It has like sound effects. It's like when you see in an action movie a missile go off. Fuck, that's the last one, sorry. You see like a missile goes off in a movie and you see it explode. That kind of gives it that added effect. But with women, I'm not disclaiming women as being the worst, but it is a distraction. So Sharapova, Del Brito, Venus Williams, they have very high-end pitches of grunts which are elongated to take your opponent out of the game. So this is a very controversial issue, which I'm not really explaining it that well, and I do apologise because I am fucking half cut. I didn't think I'd be this drunk at this room. Fuck me. I've missed like 2. Shit. Okay, right. Sorry, guys. Okay. Anyway, so that's grunting and tennis. So the next 2, I'm going to do shots of gin. Sorry, Ron, you said 57. Darius, you said 52. I've missed them because I'm pretty fucked up. Okay, right, beer. Change subject, and then it's going to be gin. Sorry, guys, I do apologise. I really do apologise. I'm going to do yours right now. So 61 will be gin. We're on the last 4 subjects, guys. Keep coming up. How are you doing? Are you doing this at home? Are you fucked up? I'm pretty fucked up. Okay. Right, I said number 3 for the next one. Okay, so done that. 1, 2. Okay. Sorry. This one is from my friend Jamie. Hi Jamie, how you doing? Pour myself a gin. Sorry. So my friends before said 52 and 57. So Ron and Darius, I'm going to do your both shots just now. So I'm going to do 60 and 61 as gins, even though you said 52 as Darius, 57 as well. Sorry, I completely forgot. Okay, that's gin now. Oh fuck. Oh, that's bad. Right. Jamie said to me, sorry Jim, I don't want to limit your subject, but he said, talk about the price of seafood. Sorry, I'm a disgusting human being. So Jamie, I'm going to talk about the fucking price of seafood, you fucking... I love Jamie, he's actually hilarious. He's just so nonchalant in life, and he's brilliant. Okay. So Jamie, you want to talk about the price of seafood? I hope you are ready for this shit, okay? I hope you're ready, because I actually linked this to some economics that I did at uni, so you're going to learn some fucking shit, okay? So, basically, Jamie wants to know why the price of seafood. He didn't even know if... I didn't know, sorry. He didn't even state whether it was going up or down. So, okay, this is gin. Oh, so obviously you rotted. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I'm going to throw up. That's for you, Ron and Darius. Sorry, Jamie, your subject's getting limited. Okay, here we go. Jamie said the price of seafood. He didn't suggest whether it's going up or down. Well, I'm going to tell you, Jamie, it's going fucking up, okay? It's going fucking up. I'm getting fucked up. Oh, this is like the most serious subject, isn't it? Right, Jamie. So, you and I, we both live on the east coast. Well, I don't. I live in Glasgow now for 2 months, mate. Okay, so we live in the North Sea. Not in the east coast, which is next to us. Shit. Okay, come on. We've done it. Come on. Okay. So the North Sea is next to the east coast of Scotland. Fuck off. Right. So in the UK, you might have seen a rise in prices of seafood in the UK. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Because basically, number one, the price of seafood has increased because of inflation. Inflation is something we should all take something as a part of life. So, your price of bread today is going to be more expensive than it was a year ago. And that is the case everywhere around the world, hopefully. If you're in sorry, I'm breathing. If you're in a positive trading economy, that should be the case. And it's not a bad thing as such, because hopefully in reconciling of that, which is not a word, but in simultaneously with that, why is it giving me random bells? 64. 2/3 through, okay, cool. So you should see your wages rise as well. So if your price of bread has gone from 50 pence to 60 pence, your wages should rise by 20 pence an hour. Okay, does that happen? No, it doesn't. Okay. However, the price of seafood is actually quite interesting. So I did some research on this because I don't know too much about seafood. However, seafood has a very different index to inflation. So if we compare inflation in the UK, this is going to be the boring part. I mean, the whole podcast is boring, but fucking hell, it's the bubbles, man. How are you doing? Is anyone playing this at home with me? Don't be. Save yourselves, okay? So if you check the inflation rates in the UK, currently because of COVID, it's gone down dramatically, but the Bank of England basically set the inflation rate of what goes up and what goes down, okay? So as income grows, as money grows, basically do they print more money, do they not? So we're currently at like a 2-point inflation rate from what I remember. Again, I'm just basing it off what I remember. It could be lower at the moment because I think of COVID. However, if you compare that to seafood itself that's caught in the UK, that is completely objectively wrong. It's not wrong, it's the opposite of what's happening. So seafood has basically increased in consumer price index. So the consumer price index is basically what you can afford compared to inflation. So can you afford a loaf of bread when it's 50 pence, and can you afford it when it's 60 pence? Oh, fucking work. I do it. Just didn't put in the glass. Okay, cool. And can you afford it when it's 60 pence a year in the future? Okay, and that's the comparison essentially. Okay, but seafood has seen a different trend compared to inflation. Okay, and from my kind of quick 5-minute research, I can do some kind of very general understandings of this. So the price of seafood has gone up considerably over the last 4 years. So it's gone up from a consumer index of 9.1 consumer index to 116.1 percent index. So that's a 20% increase in consumer index. Oh, I wish I could talk. And why is that, Jamie? You fucking tell me why is that, okay? You're a hairdresser, so you're a barber, okay? Jamie is a very good barber, by the way. Check him out. Boom Barbers. I know they're not open right now, but we're just finishing our 5th can, by the way. Wait, have we done? Just 1 shot of gin left of this. Thank you, Hazel. Okay. Check him out. Boom Barbers. Dalkeith Road. It's not Dalkeith Road. It's fuck it. Alright, Jamie, you're beautiful. Okay. Anyway, so this is the most serious subject I was going to talk about. Let's consider, okay, you're a fisherman in the North Sea, okay? At the moment, oil prices are going up because the North Sea oil, Brent oil prices are going up in the roof. There's the oil trap is going to run out 2050. So you need to power your boat. You've got a boat, you need to buy oil. Oil is going up in price. The maintenance of the boat is also something you need to keep going. Fuck off, that's not even a... The maintenance of the boat is going to cost you even more. And also you need to hire a skilled crew, which you think is going to cost minimum wage, but it's not, because you're a fisherman. It's the most dangerous job in literally the UK. The fisherman is the most dangerous job in the UK. More people die being a fisherman per capita than they do being any other job, even in the army. So you need to pay these guys a lot of money. You need to get oil, you need to maintain the boat, and you need to catch fucking fish, which are also declining. The fish industry is declining so much that there is now quotas on them, what they can catch and what they can't catch. So it's like the perfect storm with Mel Gibson. You can't catch all the fish that you want because they're not there to catch. So this hikes prices up, which is what you've seen in the last 4 years. Like 4 years is not a long time, and this is why seafood has gone up in price so much, because the demand is overcome the supply. So you might see that your kippers in the shop might have cost 60 pence before, now they cost 75 pence, and that 15%, it's not 50%, 15 pence increase is not due to the stores putting the prices up. It's because there's no kippers left. Like there literally is no kippers left. And you might see over the next 5-10 years that products will diminish. However, if you talk to your friend Kieran, the sheriff, we call him the sheriff because that's our inside joke, right? 69 good. Sorry, is that there is now farms for fish to grow. I'm going to do the shot. Thank you, Jamie. I would have given you a better explanation, but I'm so fucked right now. I'm sorry, but thank you so much for your contribution, Jamie. Right, okay. We're on 70. We're almost there, boys. Oh God. Right. Generate subject. Get the right number 2. Right. Great. Cool. How are you doing at home? Are you right? Is this really not that entertaining for you? Because I'm really not entertained. Right. Number 2. What is this? I hope it's not the one. I hope it is. I mean, I don't care. Right. So we've done prices seafood. Number 2 done. Not done. Okay, Max Taylor. Oh, sorry, that's your last name. Max has a YouTube channel as well. I don't know what it is. Sorry, Max. So Max wants to talk about controversial conspiracies. Sorry. Fuck off. Right, number 77. I'll need to do a shot for Hazel. Who said Hazel? Right, so Max wants to talk about controversial conspiracy. Sorry. I had to Google this because, again, like, I only know conspiracies. I know some of the main conspiracies, so that's like Bigfoot and Jeffrey Epstein killed himself and stuff. So I had to Google some. So with regard to conspiracies, I think when it comes to conspiracy theories, like, a lot of people, they may believe in ones which are like, because there's some which are like supernatural. So I found one today. I literally Googled it for like 2 minutes. So like, this is not the dark web. It's literally just Googling it. But there's one which I saw which is quite interesting, which is called the Hollow Earth conspiracy. So basically, there's a guy. Fuck me in the beard. So there's a guy called. I'm sorry, I need to pour the fucking shot first. Called Edward Halley. Now you probably not have heard of him, but you've probably heard of his comet. It's called Halley's Comet. Do the shot. So he is named after. He's not named, but his comet is named after him. And he believes that there is a hollow civilization in the world. Okay, so if you think about the Earth, it's a huge ball. Okay, but in the center, a lot of us rational people, a lot of us people who think this is a globe of molten lava and warmth and magnitude in the middle. Did I say warmth? Okay, anyway, fuck off. Okay. But he believes that there is a civilization down there because of a few factors, such as there is more water down there than 3 times. Fuck me, that's not a minute. So then 3 times the oceans in the world. Which, I mean, like, physically that is possible because the oceans are quite shallow in comparison to the Earth itself. So you could literally put those bodies of water into one body of water into the center of the Earth. That does make sense. However, he also says the only way to access this civilization is by the North or South Pole. So there's, I mean, fine, what, is there some stairwells down there or something? Like, no. So do I believe in that? I don't believe in that. But as I said before, like, I don't believe in conspiracy theories which are like supernatural. So I think that is kind of very supernatural because humans need air to breathe. We need to, live in a place of a temperate temperature so we can live there. So we're not living in like 1,000 degrees centigrade to survive. No, that's not at the minute. Fuck. Sorry guys, sorry. Okay, but here's a comparison I had that I found from a website. Okay, so this is the comparison I had. Okay, so the first conspiracy, the first conspiracy theory. I wish I could speak. Is that Prince Charles is a vampire. Okay, that is the first conspiracy theory. So do you believe that or do you not? Okay, because I've got some reasoning here somewhere. I've got somewhere here. And then the second conspiracy theory is that Princess Diana was assassinated. Okay, so let's just play this at home. Which one do you think is more realistic? Fuck off. It's not the actual alcohol. Like, I'm fucked, but it's the bubbles. It's like I need to cry. So which one do you think is more believable? Okay, out of the two, they're both conspiracy theories, so they're both probably not that true. So the first one is the conspiracy theory of Prince Charles being a vampire. I'm trying to find the conspiracy. Basically, the conspiracy sorry, I am absolutely blue-eyed right now. Okay, anyway, the conspiracy theory is that Prince Charles is a vampire because he's related to Vlad the Impaler. The Impaler. He's a player. He's I'm trying to find it. I did have it. Fuck off. Get a life. So he was related to Vlad the Impaler. I need to do a shot, sorry. I did have it here. Bear with me. Bear with. But which one do you believe? Which one do you believe? Do you believe of the Diana was assassinated? Because I think that one is a little more believable. She was, she died in a tunnel in Paris in 1997, which, I mean, doesn't matter, like, what date it was, but, like, they say it was the journalist that pushed the car to crash. Sorry, oh god, I am a bad man. I'm moving them. Right, no, that is not. Oh, I'm not even poured it. This is what happened. Oh, pour that halfway down. Sorry, I need to pour that a bit more. Sorry, I am not cheating. Wait, one more on. 77, okay. Hazel, I'm sorry, I poured a beer. I will pour this at 78. So 78, I'll pour gin. I'm sorry, Hazel. Hazel's a great girl. So anyway, well, I can't find the information, but there is information on Prince Charles being a vampire. He's related to Vlad the Impaler, and then Diana being assassinated. Okay, so which one do you believe? Okay, this is the controversial conspiracy we're gonna ask. Which one do you fucking believe? Okay, I believe Diana got assassinated. I don't actually believe that, but out of the two, fuck me, this bell. I might actually die. Alcohol Awareness Month. I might even make it. Okay, right, cool. So yeah, right, cool. So I believe that Diana was assassinated. Out of the two, yeah, I believe Diana was assassinated because, like, that could have happened. Like, the Queen didn't like her. Like, the Queen hated her. She was outright. She was very left in her opinions. She was, I mean, she was very prevalent with people suffering from AIDS and HIV. She was basically a human. She was a human. You know, she was, I'm not gonna say she was beautiful. She wasn't beautiful, but she was very humanic. Okay, fuck. So they believe that she was assassinated because she cheated on him. He cheated on her. Basically, the royal family is a fucking shit show. Okay, so let's just I don't believe in the royal family. I don't believe in I've actually not written a paper, but I did some research on the royal family, and basically it's fucked up. And I might release it in what I found out about them. Because even just an internet search, there's so many fucked up things. Like, not even talking about Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew is in the gutter. Like, leave him alone at the moment. There's so many things about the royal family, which Diana was a gem compared to all of them. But anyway, we're on 80 now, so we need to go. The final two subjects. Are you still alive? I'm really not. I am fucked. Okay. Right, so final subject. Okay. Random generator, 1 out of 2. Right, 2. Okay, great, cool. I pressed like 6 times, okay. So done. Right, 2, so we've done that one. Died after that one. Oh no. Right. Hello, Ailey. Hi, Ailey. How you doing? You're right. I hope you're not listening to this. So Ailey requested that myself and one of my co-hosts, fuck off. I just literally just opened this. That we read some fan fiction from Twilight, okay? Fuck. Okay. This is good. This is great. We're on our last 2 cans. We're gonna make it. So I'm gonna read some fan fiction from Twilight. If you don't know what fan fiction is, it's literally some fans who write some stories about either like characters, or films, or books, or just anything that was written, but they make them intertwined into some kind of you hear. Okay, so basically I found this website. It's called fanfiction.net/book/Twilight. Okay, fuck off. Oh, I didn't pour it. Okay. Here we go. 10 in a row. Right, okay, so Ailey, I'm going to read this fan fiction for you, okay? I'm going to read the top one, fuck it, right? Broken, so, from this website, I'm going to create it. How do you read this? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to read some Twilight fan fiction for Ailey. Yes, Ailey's a little bit retarded. I'm joking. You're a very lovely human being. I hope your leg is good. Okay, are you ready? So this is literally going to be 8 minutes of fan fiction of Twilight. Okay, this is the first line of what I'm going to read. How long? Oh, fuck. Sorry. How long had it been? Days, months, I couldn't even tell. Charlie's fist came down on the table. That's it, Bella. I'm sending you home. Bella's the vampire thing. She's not. I looked up from my cereal that I was doing some more pondering than eating and stared at Charlie in shock. I didn't know that he was talking about I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't know that he was having a conversation. I am home. Oh no, wait. This is her. I am home. I mumbled, confused. Pausing. I'm sending you to Renee, to Jacksonville, he clarified. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, Elliot. Exploration was on Charlie's face as I slowly understood his words. What did I do? Charlie was scowling. Nothing. That's just it. You did nothing, and that's the problem. What would you want me to do, Dad? Oh, Charlie's the dad. I huffed out a sigh and asked in vexation. Thank you for the adjectives. I still did everything I would normally do, go to work and school, I got perfect grades, I still made dinner and only rarely served leftovers. There was nothing else I could think of that I wasn't doing anything. Honey, I think that maybe you should need some help. Help? To help you talk all about this, a professional. You want me to see a shrink? My voice was a shade sharper. Sorry. My voice was a shade sharper as I realised what he was getting at. Oh, so he wants him to get. He wants him to get some help. Maybe it would help. He paused several words. When your mother left, he frowned, and took you with her. He inhaled deeply. Well, that was a really bad time for me. Oh, fuck you, Charlie. Did a shrink help you? An attitude was about to come boiling over to the surface. How could a therapist help me? How do you explain about the fact your boyfriend was a vampire and you've got so tangled and immersed into his world that you were almost killed by one of his enemies? I couldn't tell the truth if I wanted to spend the rest of my life in a padded cell. No, I handled it, he answered. But you're not handling this like I thought you would, and you need to get help back on your feet. Again. Oh, fuck. I'm still not going back to Florida. I stubbornly refused, my arms crossed, forgetting about my cereal. Don't forget about your cereal. What's her name? Bella? He drew a long tired sigh. I figure you say that. I took the liberty of buying you a plane ticket anyway. He's a fucking arsehole. And you're going to stay with your mother for a while. Renee and Phil got that all situated for you and make adjustments. You just have to go there to recuperate yourself and come back if you want to. Tears were sparkling in my eyes as leaving here, being forced to go back to Florida to live Renee. Oh, this makes sense, okay? For I didn't know how long. It's the worst kind of punishment. I thought I was hiding my pain from Charlie all the time, but he's smart enough to see right through it. Fuck off. There's no way I could explain my life to a shrink. Okay, let's just skip that. Before I've been better, trust me. Fine. I settled. This is Bella. Blinking my tears away. If you want me to go to Florida, then I'll go. Charlie was surprised. I'm fucked. Was surprised at my surrender. The expiration was gone, and he looked a bit more relaxed. Really? I nodded. What else was there to do here? Oh, okay. Well then, honey, I'll call your mother, and we'll take you to the airport next Thursday. Blah blah blah. I made a half smile. I'll get over this, Dad. I assured for this sake. There's nothing left for me to do, but okay. Go away. Sorry, Ailey, I know this is not what you wanted. I called Joe. I messaged him to join me for this, but I mean, like, he was like, no, I'm not gay. So I was like, okay, well, do you want? Okay, I've lost the so I've lost the okay, well, I've lost the Twilight episode. Sorry. Did anyone watch? I watched Twilight. I only liked about 3 minutes of it, which was the fights. I liked one thing, which was the fight scene between Robert Pattinson and the big guy. Well, he's not even that big. The big guy. What was his name? I don't remember his name, but he was the big guy with. Fuck me, the beard. The big guy. In the he basically beats Robert to a pulp, but they fight. I was like, oh, that's pretty decent. And the fight scene at the end of like the 19th movie or whatever, I was like, oh, that's pretty decent. But the rest of it is just fucking shite. Like, I was like, oh, hey mates, can we not do this? Like, can we calm down? I'm sitting here realise I'm looking at all these cans. I've done a terrible mistake. Oh, Jesus Christ. If I'm one of those statistics, please everyone, if you listen to this, please text me if I'm okay. Are you okay? Oh, fuck, 90. Right. Sorry, Ailey, that's all I've got, okay? That's all I've got, but thank you so much for your suggestion. Thank you so much, I appreciate you. We're on the last subject. This is the last subject now. It's subject 90. It's from my good friend Darius, D-Dog. And he said to me, Calvin, let's talk about chess. Fucking chess, mate, okay? Fucking chess, okay? Well, you know, I've played some chess in my time, but I'm going to tell some stories, okay? So first of all, about chess, okay? Am I drunk? Yeah, okay, I think so. Okay. Number one of the most epic chess games I've ever played. Yeah, I play a bit of chess, okay? Why not? Okay? Shut up, sit down. Fuck. Okay. One of the most epic chess games I ever played was with a friend of mine called Dave, okay? And one day we went to this random bar, which was right next to where I lived, okay? And we played chess, okay? None of us no skill in chess, so we were both equal of each other. And the end result was that we sat there for 2.5 hours because I had a queen and a king. And he had a king and a bishop. And that was literally the end result, that we had nothing left, okay? So we were sat there in this pub, and the pub started to close because this pub was literally... Fuck off. Keep drinking. And this pub started to close, and we're like, we need to, you need to leave now, okay? It's 11:30, you need to go. I was like, okay, fine, we'll go. We were playing for like 2.5 hours, and it ended on, I think I was in the advantage. I was chasing this king around, but I literally had like, I think I said a bishop. I mean, I think I had a king and a bishop, I could play him better, but it might have been a pawn, okay? And we left it undecided, a draw, okay? Because there was nothing else to say. Like, we done it. We won the game, both of us. It was epic. I'm very shit at chess. Go away. We're getting the final cut. We're getting the final can. Oh, this is ridiculous. So we play some chess, okay? This is what I told you. They're random subjects, so I'm making shit up. Like this one, I was prepared for. So we play some. Fuck, I'm bloated. Fuck me. I'm doing this at 6 in the fucking evening. Sorry, I need to get the air out. Okay, I did this challenge when I was 18. And I'm like, okay. Anyway, so we play some chess. I've got a. I think. Fuck off. Get a life. Right. And we both decided, you know what? Chess is not for us, which is not. Like, I would love to know. Chess, I think, is a great game, but not for me. We're on the last can. We've done 8 cans. Fuck me. This is so fucked. I think that will be down in our lives as the greatest chess game ever played, because between ourselves we were both incompetent, but also we both knew the game but didn't know how to outplay each other, which I think is great in all circumstances in life. You know, if you don't know how to play the game but you still outplay someone, even though we can't outplay them. Oh, fuck. We're at 95. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Keep up. Come on. Okay. So that was one of the greatest chess games I ever had. Fuck that game. Okay, anyway. Let's go back to Kieron Watson. Okay? Because he's given me a story which is hilarious. It's so funny. I'm not going to mention the girl in what happened, okay? Basically, my friend Kieron, okay? Now, I've taught Kieron everything he knows, okay? I'm not joking. I've taught him how to speak English. I've taught him how to wipe his arse. I'm joking, obviously, okay? But he's looked up to me as some kind of like fucking, you know, role model, okay? Fuck off, okay? And I'm fucking fluid, okay? Shit happens. You see me as some kind of role model. But he told me a story. I was like, that's my boy. As in, I was like proud of him, but he's also overtaking me as alpha male, okay? So Ron, if you're listening to this, you're now the alpha male. Please take on the mantle. I will die in silence, okay? So Ron, first of all, he got a text from a girl that we used to know, okay? And she was saying, hey, look, do you want to come over to mine to play some chess? And he tells me the story in a way which is exciting. He tells me in a way which is like, oh wow, this girl wants to play fucking chess. And he tells me that he goes to this girl's place. The girl says, look, do you want to play some chess? And she actually has a chessboard laid out. Now, Ron, being the animal he is, okay, he thinks, well, I know how chess works, so why would I not play chess? So Ron proceeds to play fucking chess, okay. What Ron does not realize is that the girl he's playing is, I'm not almost at 98. The girl he is playing is the daughter of the European country that her mother is the country champion of. Okay, so Ron is in a very peculiar predicament because Ron is gonna get fucked over. I mean, you're not gonna beat this guy. If you're good at chess, you can beat anyone. It's like tennis. If you're alright at tennis, you can beat 98% of the population. There'll be 2% of the population who can. The 1% can play very well to a level, but not professional. And then above that, you can't beat them. And this is where Ron came. Okay, Ron came against someone who is 98. Fuck off. That is 99, by the way. So Ron came up to this girl. He lost, but she didn't mean fucking chess, did she? Come on, Ron, tell me. What does she mean, guys? Talk to me here. What does she mean? Yeah, she wanted to. Yeah. Exactly. You know exactly what she wanted. She wanted to play chess with his king, but not get our queen compromised. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm fucking saying? Okay. So Ron went over there and he played chess and he lost, okay? But he still... You know what? Ron still conquered that queen. That is 100 shots. 100 shots on the KBeatBot card pass. Fucking hell. I'm looking at the cans. I mean, there's literally 8 empty cans. Half a bottle of gin. Oh my god. Do not do this at home. Thank you so much for listening to this shit. If you played at home, well done. If you got this far, fucking great. Well done. Thank you so much. I can't believe I've done it. Wow. I did this when I was 19, and I'm 32. I've survived. So thank you so much. And well, I hope you enjoy this journey of me talking about some shite. Please, I can't even speak. So I'm really drunk because I've had 8 cans of beer and like some gin. Please subscribe to the KBeatBot podcast. That would not mean a lot to me. I'm trying to get less views. If you guys could not listen to this anymore, please, you'll cut the views, thank you. And yeah, that is 100. That's the Centurion done. Let's do an applause right now.